Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's been a minute. It's been honestly a minute since I've been on YouTube. It's actually been about 4 months to be exact. So here I am for a quick update about how my Q4 went, and because it's been interesting. Today is the day after Christmas, so the holiday is officially over, and we have the new year right around the corner. Oh my gosh. This was a very, very fast year. For me, anyway. I mean, 2021, boom, went by so fast. And here we are entering shortly 2022. So I'm going to share all this with you once I get off my couch and back into my office, and I'll tell you all about my Q4 because it's been interesting. Okay, so as I walk into my office, I mean, look at this. Look at my desk. Look at this disaster. It's like a tornado just went through here. And this is basically how my Q4 is ending. So it was awesome. It was busy, and now it's like cleanup time. So, like I said, today's the day after Christmas, and I'm probably gonna be spending the rest of the day cleaning this mess up, resetting my office, getting ready for the new year. And because honestly, I can't work like this. I'm not a neat freak, but I like things to be in order, neat, and a pleasant place to work. So I'm gonna clean this up today. Okay, so as you just saw, I mean, or you still see, my place is a complete mess, and but that's sometimes what it takes, to kind of kick ass, right? I mean, so I want to talk about some of the things that happened on Q4 here. First of all, I want to mention that I've been doing eBay for 4 years now, and basically, this has been my best Q4 since I've been selling on eBay. I usually do very well during the summer, surprisingly. I know a lot of people talk about the summer slowdown and all this stuff. For me, it's like the booming time for me. I don't know why it is. Can't explain it. I mean, I do well in the spring as well. I usually do okay in the fall, but once Q4 hits, normally I don't do very well. Um, but this year, for whatever reason, it was different, and basically, it it was very, very good, and I can't really complain. I did learn some things that I had done differently than I have in previous years. Kind of more manipulation within eBay, and with my items, about staying on top of them with the different price changes. I was always monitoring what was going on, who was watching what. A lot of wheeling and dealing with people. Set my prices just a little bit higher at first, and then negotiated it down. I got a lot of watchers, where you can send offers and all that stuff, and all that stuff. So it all worked out really, really well, really well. So, I mean, again, I can't complain about how this Q4 went, but now it's over, and now it's time to, clean up the mess, regather my thoughts, get ready for the new year, get ready for 2022, and because I can't even believe it. First of all, I can't even believe that this year is actually almost over. 2021 was very quick, right? I mean, for me, it just came and went. I mean, I can't even believe it. It's like Christmas is already over, right? It's nuts. So anyway, so I want to talk about what happened in the beginning of Q4 for me. So there's a local thrift store that ended up closing down. And basically, what happened was they were accepting donations up until a month before they closed. And the way it happened was they stopped taking donations 30 days before they closed down. And they had, for the first week, they had a 25% sale off the whole store. So that was cool. And I was there a couple times that week, and I bought some stuff. And for the 25% off rate. Then the following week, they had a 50% sale off the store. So again, I went, I bought more things. I bought some things that I didn't want to buy for 25% off, but at 50% off, it was actually worth my time and buying them, and the profit margins were there. And then on the third week, it went to 75% off. And just like the week before, I bought some of the things I left behind that I did not buy, because when you get it for 75% off, then it's like this, there's a small profit to be made, right? And then on the final week, it was 90% off the full store. Like everything was 90% off. And so I was there for day 1 and day 2, and I just like cleaned up. The reason why I went back on day 2, day 1 of the final week was when I just literally, I got like almost $400 worth of stuff, for 90% off, And what is that? What is 400 to? It was amazing. I mean, it was like just a free-for-all. I was there right when they opened the doors. I literally had 5 shopping carts full of stuff that I was buying. And it was amazing, and I probably made some people angry that ended up showing up there, and they were looking for a cart, and I had 5 carts. But hey, that's the benefits what you get when you show up early on these things, right? And you grab a bunch of carts and you go to town. So anyway, so because of that alone, that kept me really busy for the last few months. I had a lot to list and all that stuff, and I was also still buying, inventory on top of that. I go out every single day on top of all of that stuff that I bought from that, that week of the final week of that thrift shop. So they are done. They are closed. They're gone. It's been it's almost been a couple months now since they've been gone. So it was pretty awesome to get all those deals for cheap. I sold a lot of that stuff during Q4 that I got, not all of it, but a good majority of it. So I made, maybe that had something, to do with why Q4 was so good for me, because I had all that inventory just to start loading up my stores. And the quality of the stuff was good. It was surprisingly really good. This is why the thrift shop closed, because they weren't doing that well. And the cool thing is that every week that they were having these sales, the word never really kind of got out there because they didn't have a lot of, customers anyway. So, like, I was one of their customers because, I would go once or twice a week, and that's why it was good, for me, because it wasn't that busy of people that would go there. And it didn't change since, once the store declared that they were going to close down, and then every week that they were cutting off their prices. They're cutting down the prices by 25% every week. And so, yeah. So if you ever get an opportunity, which is very rare, I guess, you gotta take advantage of these things, right? I mean, I did, and because of it, I had a good Q4. On top of that, there was another store, another thrift shop in my area that was a thrift shop, all along. But they have now recently changed their format. They're still a thrift shop, but they do a lot more like wholesale stuff, which is crazy, which is like unbelievable. It is so awesome. It's awesome because not only are they a thrift shop in my area that has good stuff, but they've changed it over into a wholesaling thrift shop where they're buying or getting a lot more stuff like in bulk. It's almost becoming like the Costco, right? The Costco of thrift shops, where they're just getting a lot of the same items in the shop. And what's amazing is the woman who runs it is super cool and works with us or me, the reseller. She knows what I do. What I do. There's no secret behind it. I think I might even mention it to her one time. I think she asked me if I owned a store or whatever, and I mentioned that I owned a couple stores, and but I just said it was online or whatever. So, but she's super cool, and she gives you super duper deals, And so what happened was she had all these Christmas lights, these Christmas light bulbs. They were just the bulbs, and they were the C7s and the C9 bulbs. For like the outdoor Christmas lights. She had just boxes and boxes and boxes. I think there might have been maybe 6, 7 boxes full of these bulbs. And so I asked, I just kind of mentioned it to her as a joke, like, wow, you got like a lot of bulbs. She turned around and basically said, yeah, I'm waiting for someone to come in and just buy them all up for like in bulk. So, honestly, I didn't want to get into the bulb business. I mean, shipping glass or ceramic bulbs in the mail doesn't seem very attractive. I mean, many things could go wrong and whatever. And I mean, generally, I just stay away from all stuff that's glass, right? I mean, I don't ship glass for the most part. And I mean, I definitely know. I don't sell mugs. I don't sell like crystal kind of stuff or very fragile glass pieces and such. So, but I did look around the store. I didn't see anything that day. I went back to the bulbs. I went back to her and I said, "Listen, what do you want for them all? What do you want from them all?" So she kind of looked at them. She walked me around. She said, to show me all the boxes of them. She had some in the front. She had some on the side. She had some actually right outside the outside door. Like, they were everywhere. And so I'm like, okay, so what do you want for all of them? She kind of thought about it. And then she said, like, $30. Give me $30. You can have them all. Can't say no to that, right? $30. Of course, whenever someone gives you a great deal like that, you want to kind of Hollywood it a little bit. You want to be like, kind of think about it, like, And I was kind of doing that, She's like, how about $30? Like, I was like, kind of looking at it. Meanwhile, there's like fireworks and excitement all happening in my head. And she's like, and she's looking at me and she says, there's a lot of bulbs here. It's a good deal. I'm like, yeah, okay, I can do 30. I can do it. And so I ended up getting them all. I loaded them all up. It took all the space in my Jeep. And like every inch of my Jeep was full of Christmas bulbs and whatever. So I came home, and the beauty about these kind of things is there was ultimately about 5, maybe 6 different types of bulbs, but the majority was only like the two kinds, the C7s and the C9s. There was other sizes, other colors, but there wasn't as many. The majority of the lot itself was these the C7s and the C9s. So it was easy, you know. What you just you, well, okay, sorry. It was easy because all I had to do was list them one time, right, and just put the put some amount. I mean, I wasn't going to put the actual amount. And by the way, I was selling them by twos, like two packages of four, so they would actually get like 8 bulbs, right? Um, and I sold them somewhat cheap, on the cheap side. I didn't really see other people selling them at first on eBay, and I just wanted to kind of get rid of them. I mean, I bought them for $30, so and I have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them, and so I mean, even if I was making a dollar or $1.50, you know, off of two of them, I mean, and if there's like 900 bulbs, I mean, you're looking at like $450 worth of profit, and just like, just flowing through them. But I had no idea because, again, I had no intention of selling Christmas bulbs, right? So anyway, so I put them up, and really instantly they just started selling. They actually became the best selling item that I've ever had. Like as far as the amount of volume per day, um, is like the most I've ever sold. I've had items in the past and everything that well, I still do. I still have a lot of like one item. I have a lot of wholesale stuff that I've gotten from other thrift shops and other places, yard sales, whatever. But I mean, to be getting like a ton of orders like per day, it was just like constant cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. It was awesome. It was unbelievable. The other challenge was basically I had to box them up. So I couldn't just send them on like in an envelope, even like a padded envelope. I just you couldn't really trust the USPS to take care of that that kind of fragile piece. It's so I had to get like a bunch of boxes. I think there was 6 by 6 by 6 that I had my hands on, and they were cheap. I bought those in bulk, so they became very cheap each, and so that wasn't a problem. And basically, I just took like two packages together, just put them, with the bulbs out on each side, just put them together, and bubble wrapped the outside, and then just nicely put them into the box. The box itself can protect them, well enough. And there's other techniques if people bought more orders than just one, right? I mean, there was different, so if people bought like an order of three of them, they fit perfectly into a regional A box, and they were protected. So I sold hundreds of orders in just like in 3 weeks before Christmas and everything, and not one bulb that I know about got broken. No one complained about it. No one said anything, and so I've been getting or receiving nothing but positive feedback on these, and a lot of people have been saying that they were hard to find, and I was the only one that they could find on the internet, or at least on eBay, who was selling them. So that had a lot to do with why it was like incredible sales on them. So, but I'm still stuck with a lot of these. Like, I still have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these. I mean, I don't know if they're going to sell at all for the rest of the year. They are nicely packed in my garage, kind of off to the side now. I don't really anticipate them doing very well throughout the year, but I would think that by September of next year, they're gonna start like going crazy again. But this time I'll have a larger window to sell them, and I feel very good about the fact that I'm going to sell out of them next year. So it is what it is. That's what happens with these things that are seasonal. And that's the other thing that I usually try to avoid is, staying away from like seasonal things. Like I don't buy stuff for the most part. I don't buy stuff for Halloween or Christmas or Thanksgiving or 4th of July or Easter. I don't. I just try to stay away from all that because it's seasonal, And I mean, if I had a large warehouse and I could just have sections of just huge amounts of this kind of stuff, I would probably do it because people do very well at it. But I don't. So you gotta think about the space that you have available to you and what you want to use it for. So anyway, so that was kind of like, I got this really itchy nose. I'm sorry. So that was basically what happened on top, in my Q4. I mean, this was all on top of all the other stuff that I was normally just getting and just, going with it. The other thing was, I actually now have a third eBay store. So I was actually working on, well, I still am working on 3 eBay stores. So that takes up a lot of the time as well. And I have some other ideas of what I want to do in 2022. And what, I'm probably going to be opening up a e-commerce store. And I don't know, I'm kind of thinking about maybe dealing with Amazon again, but probably not. It kind of dawned on me. This happens every once in a while with Amazon. It's tempting. It's always tempting, But once you really think about it and you look at the numbers and all that stuff, I just can't. It's so hard to pull the trigger on it. It's so easy to lose so much money with Amazon. But on the other end, you can make a lot of money, right? It actually reminds me of like craps, like in the casino. Like craps, you can make so much money so fast. But you know what? You can lose money twice as fast. If the dice gets cold, right? And yeah, it can get ugly really quickly. So I'm trying to focus myself on doing e-commerce and all that stuff, and maybe taking a step away from eBay and Amazon. I mean, I'm still going to be doing eBay full on, but it's that type of, I'm sorry, it's that time of the year that you have to start like thinking about the new year and how you want to do things differently. Unless you're absolutely killing it and there's no changes that you have to do to your business or the way you do business or the type of business you're in, then good for you. That's awesome. And if you could just go from one year to the next and not have to tweak anything, and that's amazing. But I haven't reached that goal yet. And so it's always the tweaking and thinking about new things, right? Or adding new things to what's already going on. eBay is great, and I'm going to stay with eBay. But I'm also going to do some side stuff as well. And, if things take off on that side, on like an e-commerce store, and it starts doing very well and all that stuff, yeah, I'll probably start, stepping away from eBay. I mean, who wouldn't, right? I mean, it's more money in your pocket and all that stuff. So we'll see. Those are kind of my plans for 2022. If you want, share your thoughts and maybe some ideas of what you're thinking about doing for 2022. But other than that, I just wanted to check in. I just wanted to kind of share with you all what happened in my experience for Q4. And I hope you all had a happy holidays, and hopefully you're all looking forward to the new year. So with that being said, hopefully I get some more videos going now that the chaos is kind of past. Um, as I've said many times in the past, that my business comes first, eBay comes second. I do enjoy making these videos. I wish I I could or do have more time to make them, but I'm not a YouTuber first. I'm about running my business or my businesses, and if I can find the time to make a YouTube video, I love doing that as well. So. Anyway, if you like this, please hit the like button. Please subscribe. Hopefully, I get some more informative videos coming in 2022. And I wish you all a Happy New Year.